What's happening? What's happening? 392 Blurred Lines coming back at you with another video. Hey, first time coming to the channel, welcome to the channel. Everybody else, as you can see, I'm in the doorway of the garage once again. Hey, shout out to all you guys who have subscribed to the channel. I didn't realize so many people had subscribed to the channel, and in knowing that, now I'm gonna have to pick up my game and start bringing you guys a little bit more videos. You know, my wife, I got some work to do today. Got the day off work. I got some work that I got to do. And the wife was like, why don't you go ahead and make a video? I'm like, man. And I said, okay, I know there's going to be a lot of editing in this video because this is going to be I hope it ain't all day job, but it's going to take me a little while. But the problem that I have today, now some of y'all might say, oh, brother, you always got problems. You're probably right. But the problem I got going on today, I got what's called the tick. Yes, the tick. Anybody know anything about these V6 Pentastar 3.6 liter motors? They're notorious for ticking. Every now and then, you'll get a good one. It won't tick. But mine just started probably about 2-3 weeks ago. So I started ordering parts for it. I said, well, I'm gonna have to tear it down and fix it. So that's what's going on today, boys and girls. We're gonna fix this tick, maybe, or I'm gonna tear up something in the process. I don't know. But we're gonna find out. So I ordered some lifters. I ordered some new rockers. I also ordered what was known as an oil cooler because I got a lake going on the top of my engine, and it's not coolant, it's oil. And the only thing that comes to mind, also I did a little research, but they say that it's possibly a seal on the oil cooler that is possibly not sealed. When I bought this thing, supposedly somebody already been down in it, and you'll probably see where they've been down in it because there's some things they didn't put back on it and broke some things. See what happens when you got to go behind somebody else's work. So now I'm going behind somebody else's work. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna see if I can get this problem fixed. Also had to buy a tool, special tool, for this timing to keep it in time. I had to buy that, and also bought me a brand new torque wrench because if you watched the last video, my torque wrench wasn't working. So I went out and bought a new one. So we got everything we need. Hopefully, I bought a big old 36mm socket. Gotta have that. Oh, I tell you. But we're gonna try to get this thing done. Y'all bear with me. We gonna try to get this done. Like I said, I don't really want to do this, but the tick's not gonna stop. I don't care how much oil additive you put in it, because I tried it. Tick's still there. Don't buy that. Do not go out and buy that stuff that's supposed to quiet noisy lifters. Don't waste your money on that junk if you're dealing with this Pentastar 3.6 liter motor, because that's not the problem. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna pull this thing up in the garage because it's sunny out, it's nice out. And if I'm out in the sun, I'll probably get hot, frustrated, and be ready to give it up. So I'm gonna pull it inside the garage here just enough to get the engine up under the doorway in the shade, and we're gonna go from there. So if y'all stick with me, we're gonna tackle this thing together. And if not, I'll let you know what happens in the next video as to whether or not I got it fixed or not. But as I always say, I'm not an influencer, but I am an encourager. I've never done anything like this on these new cars, so it's gonna be a first for me. But I know that if I can build a small block 360 for the Calvinite from nothing but a block, if we can put that together, I shouldn't have any problem tearing this apart or tearing it to pieces and putting it back together. But I'm gonna quit rambling, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this thing pulled in here, and we're gonna try to get something done. So, I don't know what time of day it is you may be watching this, but go ahead, go get you a snack, hurry right back, and we're gonna see if we can knock this out quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right? Get back with you in a few minutes. All right. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. But I gotta get it done. You know, I watched different videos pertaining to this, and I'm not ready for this. You get some help on and take me a good look. But as you can see, I'm going back behind somebody else. There's no cover on this. Somebody didn't put the cover. There's a cover that sits on top of it. The cover's not on here. So that's one thing missing. And the other day, I did take the intake off. There should be a piece of insulation that sits up under this, between the intake and the valve cover. It's not there. Not only that, one of the coils, there's a bolt that holds the coils down. One of them bolts are broken off. So yeah, that let me know they've been all up in here messing, monkeying around. But that's all right. That's all right. It runs good. Oh, I drive it to Detroit every week. Thing runs real good. So, I gotta fix it. I gotta get rid of this tick. I just started it up, pulled it up in here. I should have let you listen to how it's ticking. It's not too bad. I've heard worse. It's not the Hemi tick. It's the 3.6 liter tick. But we're gonna fix that. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Well, let me go ahead and start tearing up. I really don't know where to start other than starting with the air box, the air cleaner area, get all that stuff taken off and get that stuff out of the way. Once I get some of this stuff off the top here, then we can actually see what's going on down in here. And I can try to explain a little bit more as to what I'll be doing or what I'm doing. All right, let's get started. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get this air box off. I had to put it back on the other day. It had a bolt missing out of it. I had to put one in it. Well, I tell you. So y'all just hang in there with me. We're gonna try to get something done. Huh. Oh boy. We're gonna just let it ride out. All right, see if we can put on these little cheap gloves. They'll be ripped up before it's over with. All right, bring my tools over here. Okay, first let's get this loose. Let's get this air box, all this stuff out of the way first. Yeah, but I've watched different videos on people doing this. I tell you what, it don't look like a fun job, but it's a job that has to be done. And I got today off, so what better day to do it than today? Yeah, I mean, some of these bolts and nuts, some of these little screws feel like they've been stripped. I tell you, when you go behind somebody else's work, man, it's a terrible thing. You know, I refer to going behind someone else's work, but how many people have gone behind your work? You know you've left some bolts off of certain things. You know you've left some nuts and screws out of somewhere that's supposed to have gone somewhere. You couldn't figure out where that extra bolt went, so you said, well, they don't need it. Oh, yes, you did. Don't say you did, because you did. All right. All right, we're done. Yeah, right. Okay, this thing here. You see, I had all this out of here once. Oh, right there. I had it all out of here once before. Just last week, I was just seeing how much work I had to do. So I started taking a few things loose to take a good look at what I had going on. Because I noticed I had a pretty nasty oil leak. Every time I park somewhere, I'm leaving a puddle of oil. Not a whole lot, but enough. And so I got up under this thing and I got to looking around, and I mean, oil all over the bottom of it. Like, where is all this oil coming from? I thought I would have a oil pan boat loose or something. And that wasn't it. Come to find out, it's leaking up here. And what it does, it runs down a channel. And then it runs down that engine, comes out the bottom. So if you got a good oil leak with a 3.6 liter, check your oil cooler. That's probably your problem. I about guarantee that's what your problem is. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you everything I'm taking loose. You'll figure it out. If you ever gotta take one of these things apart, you'll figure it out. Because every time you get ready to take something loose, you'll find out that something's holding it down. So I can't tell you everything you gotta take loose. Come out of here. But just know you got a lot to take loose. Oh yeah. I mean, now would be the perfect time to actually degrease this thing. Oh, that's some kind of a cover down in there. Look at that oil. It's nasty down there, boys and girls. It's all right. It's all right. We just want to get rid of the tick. Maybe one of these days I'll go down in there and degrease it. All right. Oh, stop right there. Just remember something. Before you do anything such as what I'm about to do, take the battery loose. Now, you're not going to be able to get to the battery easily, but you can take it loose right here. Right up here, you got the negative and you got the power. You can take it loose right here. That way you're going to cut all the power. Let me go ahead and take care of that right now. I'm glad I thought about that. I looked right down there at it, and it came to mind I need to take that loose. Good guess. All right, now where's the? That's all right. Use this one. Oh, it's right there in front of you. See there? See? When you get older, you forget where you put wrenches. Why? Keep living. You'll understand when you get there. All right. Take the positive loose. What is that? I don't know. What is that? That's some aftermarket. What is that little wire going to? What is that? What? Warranty void if removed. Man, I don't even know what that is. That's something. It's a little bitty wire. I wonder if that's what that little, I got a little red wire under the dash under there. I wonder what that's for. Somebody probably had a security system hooked up in this thing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I'll hook it up. I'll hook it back up. But I don't know what it is. All right, let me take the negative loose. No idea what that is. Somebody know, because somebody hooked it up. I didn't hook it up. All right. Man, this is a job I just do not feel like tackling. But I got a beautiful day. It's nice. I think it was a 40% chance of rain, but man, I don't see no rain in the forecast. Okay. Now, I think what I'll do now, I'll start unplugging stuff. I'll just start unplugging stuff. Oh, another thing, good idea for you guys. You go to taking stuff like this loose. I did buy a paint marker. That way you can mark stuff so you'll know where to plug stuff back in at. I already had the stuff tore off once. And I think I know where it goes. Easier said than done. Last time I had all this stuff loose, me and the wife jumped in this thing getting ready to leave. Started backing out the driveway, didn't have no brakes. I mean, very hard to push the brake pedal down. I'm like, what's going on? What did I do? I said, I didn't do nothing. Got out, got up under the hood looking around. Didn't hook up my vacuum for the power brake booster. See there? You forget stuff. So, if you forget, just know you got to go back and fix it, man. There's a lot of stuff under here. All right. This here. Let's take that. I think that was just plugged it. Seemed like that was just a plug that plugged in down there. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe not. It doesn't unscrew, so it must be some kind of a plug. Now they make tools to take these clips and stuff loose, but seeing as though I don't have one, I won't be using one. So handy dandy screwdriver's gonna have to work. Maybe. How did I get it off last time? Pliers, maybe? I have no idea. Maybe I used some pliers and pulled it out there. I don't know. I can't really see much of nothing. Man, you know what? I need this light to be right in this area. If this light affects you guys, don't worry about it. I need it. Wait a minute. Oh, I remember now. This just pulled up. If I can get hold of it. There we go. It pulls up. And then you can take this out. That's what locks it. Locks it in. Stick that up there. If I forget, somebody please tell me where that's at. Remind me. Oh, we're just gonna start unplugging stuff. Maybe. I had this off here before, so it should come back on. There we go. Just to remember how some of this stuff come on. I only had it apart once. It's not like I must have had that off. I'm just winging it. I don't know how none of this goes. I don't have no idea. I done told you guys it's my first time. I had this stuff off, but I don't remember how I did it. Push down. What? Slide out, then push down. That's what it is. Slide it out, then push down. Clip. All right. Take this loose. That out of the way. Simple enough. Okay. Okay. Now, take that loose. Clamp back there holding on this air cleaner. I know one thing, you can't put this on as a whole unit. You gotta take it apart in sections. Get that out of there. Here. This is what I forgot to plug in last time. I think. That it? Yeah, that's what it was. That's what I forgot to plug in and didn't have any brakes. Y'all forget to tell me where that's at. Remind me, or I'll have no brakes. All right, that there. That's got one of them clamps on it that everybody hates. Take them back far enough just to get them loose. I gotta take them completely off. All right, these out of the way. Don't get out of the way. Okay. Now, get that out of the way too. Now maybe we can get this out of here. Maybe I can get it out here on this side. Maybe. Oh yeah, she's out there. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna get the intake out of the way and see if we can keep it moving. What size was that? 3/8, I don't think. No, was it 3/8? I think that was a. I think it was a 5/16. Could have been 11/32. I'm not sure. Right there, that's the one. 5/16. Take these loose. And I noticed this housing for the intake, somebody over tightened it. It's got a crack. I need to get you guys down in here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. All right, we're gonna take these loose. See if we can get this intake out of the way. Yeah, but somebody cracked the housing on this intake. Over tightening. And this is the oil cooler. It runs down along this channel. You'll see it when I get to it. I'll show it to you. Look at that, that bolt ain't even tightened down into nothing. Somebody been down in here monkeying around. So when you guys go to buy a car and they tell you this was done to it, that was done to it, you might want to run. Because somebody been down in there messing around. You wasn't there and you don't know what they didn't put back in there and what they did wrong. But I needed a car at the time. Winter was coming. Didn't want to drive the Cordoba in the winter. All of them loose. Even the ones that never were tightened. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 bolts. I thought about going down to the junkyard and getting me a new one because of that being cracked, but it's been running fine. Oh, my bad. You got a bolt here, and then you got one over here. But this one, as you can see, they didn't put it back in, and you got one back in the back. They hold that down. Those are 3/8. I do remember that. And I got one back here in the back. Matter of fact, there's 2 of them. And there's another. Put these somewhere where I can see it. There's another thing back here that somebody didn't put a bolt on. Well, I'll tell you. Let me bring my light down so I can see. Yeah. I wonder, you know what? I wonder. There was a bolt here. When I took that off. That doesn't belong there. This bolt has no business being on here, but somebody put it on here as though they were holding down the air cleaner right here. And that bolt probably doesn't even go in this, but it was there. But there's a nut here that come off of that. I bet you that nut is the nut that went there. They didn't remember where it went. Yep, that's the one that goes there. They stuck it right there because they didn't know where it went. Oh, I tell you, when you're going behind somebody else, this is what you run into. It never fails. All right, I need to take this loose a little bit so I can get this out of here, because you can't really move it out of here without taking this one a little bit loose. Okay, now getting down to it. And they never put that on there. Wow. I tell you. I see why they didn't do half some of the stuff, because it's so hard to get to. I see why. I'm with you. I am with you. Let's take him loose a little bit. Just enough to get that bracket loose enough to get him out of the way. All right. And get your hand down in there. I'm gonna have to remove it anyway when I get ready to take that valve cover off. All right. Now you can see the valves down inside there. Now they say an important thing to do is to plug these holes up and that's all fine and all, dandy. But regardless, I gotta take this whole thing off here anyway, because I gotta put in the new oil cooler. And that thing runs down that, pretty much that whole channel. So I'm gonna have to take that off anyway. But before I do that, I am gonna plug those holes up, because I got all this other stuff up on top here I gotta get loose. I have to take all this other stuff loose. My goodness. My goodness. I shouldn't have to take that off. What is that? Power steering reservoir. Got a hose right there that's in the way. Well, okay. That's fine. But this is what I was talking about. This one right here, the coil. These bolts here hold it down. Look at that. That thing broke off. Somebody broke that bolt right off. Probably was hard and wanted to take it loose and it snapped. Somebody put a grip on it like nobody's business. Be the perfect time to change plugs. But ain't nothing wrong with them plugs. Ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, let me, I think, oh, glory. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stuff some shop towels down inside there, just so I know I'm not gonna drop nothing down in there while I take all this other stuff off of here. Injectors, taking them loose and all that stuff. My goodness. My goodness. That's okay. We're gonna get it done. Yeah, let me do that because I got stuff flying in the air and I don't want to fly down in there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cover that up till I get my shop rags. And if you want to use regular paper towels, that would probably work. Let me go get me some. Let me get some napkins. I'm gonna stuff some napkins down in there, or even some plastic Walmart bags. Just something to stick down in there so that nothing can get in it. I know I got 6 of something, whether they be 6 napkins, 6 paper towel. I don't want to use my shop rags just for that. Look at there. Look at there. See? Chipotle. So when you're at Chipotle, just grab you a few more napkins and throw in your car. You might need them for something. You just might need them for something. We're gonna stick them down in there like so. Just to keep the debris from getting down in there. Y'all thought Chipotle napkins was only for wiping your hands off. No. These are for this. They were made for this job. Get down in there. Look at there. Just look at there. Perfect. Yep. Yes, indeedy. And I got 3 more to work with. All right, he's out of there. I think I'm gonna take the valve covers and stuff off before I take this off. That way, while I'm forcing it up just enough to break it real good, I'm not dropping all that crud down in there. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take these. I wonder if I can get away with not having to take coils loose. I don't know. That one push and pulls. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What about this here? I think you slide them up and then pull up. Yeah, beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Man, I might need to go put me an app in for Chrysler Dodge and Jeep. I'm doing this stuff like I've been working on these for a while. Uh-oh. Take that back. Can't see about nothing. See here. Why won't that one come up? Why is he being stubborn? That's up far enough. Okay, let's get these plugs out of the way here first. See if that'll make it easier. Okay. Come on. Like I said, they make a tool for pulling these plugs up. But you know what? They make a screwdriver too. What kind of action we got going on here? This, I believe this is a fuel rail. Is any fuel gonna come out of there when I take that loose? Squeeze it. Squeeze it and pull, maybe. Little fuel come out of there. Not a whole lot, but a little. Get them up there out of the way. All right. Okay. Now, I'll find out how come this one doesn't want to come off of here. It's up high enough. Got it, hose. Okay, now let's take off these back ones. Same process. Push that little clip down. And another one right here. Like I say, I can't tell you where they're all at, because I don't know until I start picking stuff up or trying to move stuff, and then they won't move. So we're just gonna flip this back out of the way. It's been under here long enough to hold its shape, so everything should just fold back down. Yeah, that was a plug that been broke off. See, somebody been under here monkeying around. They've been under here monkeying around. All right. Okay, let's see here. That one loose. How did I do that? Push the plug pin down, pull it. Down, pull. There we go. Okay. Huh. So much stuff up under here. I hope I get this put back together after I get it tore apart. Okay. I'm gonna have to get these brackets out of the way. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay. Now, this bracket ought to come loose. Drop some of that out of the way. How long are you? Are you screwed into tomorrow or what? I think you're out of my way far enough. I ain't got to take you all the way out. Stay in there. There's the other one now. That's a little different story. I'm going to have to get him out of the way. Can I get it from this direction? Probably not. Get on there. Look at you. Just look at this. Let's look at you. Let's try from this direction. Oh, come on now. Why you gotta be so difficult? Why you? No. See, that's how you rip your little cheap gloves when you gotta go down in here monkeying around. Come on now. Wait. Maybe. See, I'm trying to do it the easy way, but it's bound and determined to make me do it the hard way. Just don't have no swing room with this wrench. No swing. 1/16 of an inch, maybe an 1/8. There's no swing. You can't get your hand in there to do nothing with it. Is it? They say you just got to remove this to get to that boat. I can get to it now. So you know what? Stay there. I shouldn't have to take you off anyway. All right. Now, I think I gotta take these off. Can you see these? Yeah, you can see these. I gotta take these off. I know I gotta take these off. And that is one of those starred bits. And I went and bought me some of those because I knew I didn't have any. So, I think it said that was a T25 or a T30. It's one of them. One of them. So, I may even had a T25 or a T30 already here, but I just bought some new ones just in case I didn't have one. Let me take a look just to see if I got one before I open up that package. What we got here? Nothing. Look at there. I got a T30 and a T25, got all that good stuff, and probably didn't need what I went out and bought. That's a T27, wrong one. Knew it wasn't fitting. Must be a T25. All right, let's try it. That's the one. And I think what I'm gonna do, for the simple fact that I do have 2 of these per side, I'm going to mark these with where they go, just to be safe. So I'm gonna just wipe off a little spot here, both of these. I'm gonna take my paint pen and I'm gonna mark that. I mainly got this for the timing chain, but I'm gonna use it here as well. All right, directions probably says shake. Okay, let's just do that anyway. We as men, we don't always read directions. We just look at the pictures. I don't see a picture on there with nobody doing this, so I'm just gonna take it that that's what you gotta do with it. All right. All right. Okay, that's one of them where you gotta get him started. You gotta prime him. Here he comes. See him coming? There he is. So we're gonna just put a dot there, dot there, dot there, and dot there. Matter of fact, on this one, I'll put 2 dots. Yeah, no mistaking. Okay. Man, back there, it looks like it's gonna be a job to get to. I'm sure it's gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna be. Whew. But this here, I'm gonna go ahead and get this one out of the way. This one is not gonna leak. And there's one of them clamps you guys love. Don't tell me you don't like those clamps. You love those clamps. No, you do. You wish you had more of them on your car. Quit playing. All right, get him out of the way. He's out of there. Matter of fact, he gonna get further out of my way. He's still in the way. Sticking back there so I can forget about him. Uh-oh, uh-oh, he leaking. Why you bleeding? What you doing? Let's keep you up here then. You don't like being back there evidently. Maybe I can stick him up here. Yeah, he's still in the way. That ain't gonna work either. You just going to bleed then back there, buddy. Maybe. He is trying to bleed. What's your deal? Why are you doing that? What's wrong with you? All right, I got something for you. You just hang right there. You just hang out right there for a minute. I got something for you. See there? See? Be smarter than this nonsense. This nonsense ain't smart as us. He was trying though. There, he out of the way now. Oh, let's do this. Bring him back. That way we can use him to keep this back out of the way as well. Maybe. Yes, sir. There, that's out of the way. This one right here. See, this is power steering. Power steering. Man. You know what? I bet you I can get him out of my way too. I'm trying to make it as easy as I possibly can to do what I gotta do. And if this is gonna help me get this job done easier, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Of course, I could be taking some stuff loose. I don't even need to take loose. I'm just trying to make it easier on myself. Well, having it loose like this, I could possibly dump what's in here out of it and then take the hose loose and get it completely out of the way. Man, look out. You better quit playing with me. Y'all better quit playing with me. Let's put this up under here. Take that clamp off and let it drain. I can always put some brand new power steering fluid in it. There's another one of them wonderful clamps you guys love. I know you love them. Why don't y'all quit playing with me? If you want maybe I can send you a few of them. Sure to jot that down in the comments, your address and all that good stuff, and maybe I'll send you, give me your P.O. box number, I'll send you a couple of them wonderful clamps. All right, where the screwdriver go? Well, that's okay, I guess I'll use the pliers. Oh, I guess turning these, might not have to use anything. Yep, let it bleed. We're gonna just drain all of it out of there. Get this completely out of my way. Get them completely out of the way. You probably want some new in it anyway. Couldn't hurt putting some new in it. Ain't nothing but transmission fluid anyway. That's what we did in the old school days. Run out of power steering fluid, man, get some transmission fluid, same stuff. Stick that in there, stop all that noise. See? Yes, sir. Is that it? I think that's it. Now, get him out of here before I spill it all over the place. That'll be next. Now we can put this right back over here, back out of my way. All right. Now, back here where I was at. Back here. Oh, that's in a bad spot, isn't he? Oh my goodness, how am I gonna get to that one? Now, what we? Is something else I gotta take loose now? Man, I'm telling you. Are you serious? Can I get to any of the rest of them? I can get to the bottom one? You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take these two off, take this valve cover off, and see exactly why I gotta take these off anyway. Because if I ain't gotta take them off, I'll leave them on there. It wasn't specified as to why I had to take them off. It just said take them off. See, I think somebody was just putting me through some work I really didn't have to go through. And don't lose them. Because you lose one of them, there you'll be. Trying to find something to stick in that hole. And it probably won't be the right thread pitch that you'll use. So now you done cross-threaded something. Wondering why it's leaking. All right, let's see what we got here. Take that off. Looks like we gotta do a little pry action. Where's my screwdriver? Right there. A little pry action. Be gentle with it. Oh, you do got to take them off because that is right. It goes that pin. That there is right there at that cam. Okay, I got you. Find something to put this stuff on as I'm taking it loose. Little rubber seal in there. Yeah, from the looks of this, I think they told me it's some fibs. It's okay, I got brand new. I'll find out when I take this valve cover off. whether or not what they said they did, they did. Okay, nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Take those bolts with me. I already talked about you didn't want to lose any. All right. It also specified to take this off. So that must be the T30. So let's take it off. I don't know. I have no idea why they want me to take this off. It's hooked to the valve cover. Why would you take anything loose that's hooked to the valve cover? The whole valve cover comes off. You know, it'd be a shame I gotta take this off, and it don't mean that I should have had to. I can see unplugging it. And that being it. But there must be a reason. There must be a reason. Fall down there, I will pick you up. Ugh. What's going on? What is this? Oh yeah, you do gotta take that off. That goes down into the, look like about where the rocker would sit, so you do gotta take that off. Look at that crud. Just look at that. Look at the, look, would you look at the crud on that? I tell you. I wonder what that little sensor's for. I don't know, but hopefully we don't have to replace none of them, because ain't none of it cheap, I'm sure. All right, now, okay. Well, let's see if we can take a valve cover off. After I get the valve covers off, then I'll have to get up under the bottom here at the wheel, and I gotta turn the crank to bring the arrows facing one another on the cams. But I got a minute before I get there, so. As far as taking these loose, I doubt there is any sequence of taking them loose, but tightening them back up, there is a sequence along with a torque specification. I do have that information as well. But I gotta look at that, look at that one ain't even tight. That ain't even tight. That don't even fit. What's the deal with that one? What is the deal with that thing? That thing don't even, that ain't even the same size. Oh my goodness. Just throw a size down. Yeah, now that one's a whole size difference. So I'm gonna take him out first. And these bolts, they don't come completely all the way out. They just get loose. They don't come all the way out of the valve cover. Well, I'm so glad I pulled this up inside of here, because right now I can feel that it's getting warmer out. And I may need to get my fan, because I can definitely feel that it's getting warmer. What size is that? That must be a 930. Wait a minute. That might be a 5/16, but it's a deep socket. What is it? 5/16? Right there. I got one of them. Fall down there. Change up on that action. Let's change up on that action one more time. No extension at all. I know exactly where the ticking's coming from. I went and bought me a stethoscope tool, and the ticking is back here. Of course, why it would be in the back, but that's where it is. It's coming back. It's in the back. I can hear it over here. So I'm gonna change them all out anyway. They had reasons as to why these 3.6 Pentastar engines were doing that. You know, these car manufacturers, they know there's a problem while they're making stuff, but they'll continue making them because they don't want to shut lines down and go back and fix. That's why we have all these recalls. They know the problem. They know the problem's there. They're just waiting for somebody to complain about it, and then they'll say, okay, we got a recall now. They ain't gonna recall these. But they talk about that the bearings were cheap, or the part number or something was the wrong ones that they put in these motors, and that's why they're notorious for ticking. Let's see what we got here. Still in play. Okay. Velcro against them, so they might have changed them. Might have, I don't know. Tell you what, you know, one thing I'm awfully glad about seeing, these lobes look real nice on these. They look real nice. See, I was worried about, I didn't drive it very long with it ticking because I didn't want to hurt it. I didn't want to do anything to damage it. So I'm glad that I didn't hurt anything as far as those lobes. That's interesting. These have little notches on them, must got something to do with, I'm not gonna say so much a spark, but that thing I took off, that must be some kind of a sensor. What? Yeah, it is a sensor. It is a sensor. It's definitely a sensor. So those little lobes on there, those little rises, they must have something to do with that sensor. It's interesting. But I know one thing, what that guy told me he had done, looking down at this, I don't believe it. I don't believe it whatsoever. There's no way I'm believing that. I don't believe that. Not at all. You can tell that story to somebody else that would believe it, but I ain't believing it. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take this fuel rail off of here. Let's go ahead and take this rest of this stuff off the top here. As you would think, looking at some of these holes that bolts have gone down in, look like they were over tightened, possibly stripped out. I don't know if the fuel rail has to come loose or not, but probably not. Those are probably just screwed down into that. I don't know if they would, I don't think they would go all the way down through it. We'll find out in a minute. After I take these loose here, I'll see if it's still holding it down. If it is, then I'll know that those must have to come loose as well. Hopefully I don't have to take those loose. Shouldn't have to. Come on. Yeah, I think I'll lift right off of there after taking this one loose. If not, then I'll know I have to take these other 4 loose. Oh, that's it. Okay. And that is where it's leaking all that oil. That's where my oil problem is, right there, boys and girls. Let me bring you in here so you can see what's going on. That's where I was leaking oil from. I got my gloves here. Let me show you exactly. Yep, running right down that channel. Yep. Let me get you in here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. That's where it's leaking, right down. It's leaking down in there, the oil. Leaking down, focus. Leaking down in there somewhere, but it runs right down that channel and then right down back outside the backside of the motor. That's what's getting all over the ground. So that is the oil cooler that has to be removed, as well as lifters. rockers. Lift her down there. After I get these cams out of the way, we'll go from there. We got a ways to go, boys and girls. We got a ways to go. We just getting started. So we'll go ahead and now I'll stuff something down in these to keep anything from getting down in the engine. Now those I'm going to use some shop towels because they're a little bit bigger and I need to have more coverage. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick the shop towels down in there. That gives me an opportunity also to clean all this mess out without nothing falling down in there. I'm gonna clean it out real good by putting this stuff back together. So she should run like new money when I get done. Yeah, okay. It's gonna run like it been running, hopefully, if it run at all. After all this labor of love. Okay. All right, so now I'll go ahead and see if I can get the other one off. That looks like he's gonna be a rough one over there in that back corner. I don't know. Go ahead and mark him. Okay, I'm gonna get my vacuum too after I get this all out of here. Clean all this stuff out of here. But right now I want to see if I can get this back valve cover off. Dirty. So I was able to leave the coils on. Didn't have to take the coils off. Leave the coils right on when you take the valve covers off. You don't have to take those. You don't have to take those off. I've seen others do it in the videos. Why they do it, I don't know. I think it's just to give you more work, because that's all it does, is make you have more work. And I'm not trying to encourage nobody to do no more work than you have to. This is already a job all by itself. So if those are sitting down in here like this, oh, I bet you must be something magnetic in here or something of that nature, because those lows pass by it. Pass by it and it probably gives some kind of a signal. I don't know. I don't know. But I know it all works when it's working. Okay, let's okay, those here, I need to take those off. That up there. Okay, where's my other? Okay, now where are you at? There it is, right there. You get them loose, they come on loose by hand. So I have to be able to get a wrench to them to get them loose. I guess I probably could have brought you guys in here to see this, but I'm doing the same exact thing I did on this front one. Taking those, and there's a name for them. Do I know the name? No. Should I know the name? No. Because I don't look to have to mess with them. If I need to know what the name of them are, I'll look it up. But as far as for content, Do I know the name? No, I don't know the name of them. It's my first time doing this. I told you guys now. Oh, you guys weren't listening. I said this is my first time ever doing this. I don't know what these, I don't know the name of none of this stuff is. But somebody does. And if you know, jot it down in the comments. Yes, sir. I told you it's a job I don't even want to do. Feel like I'm already starting to sweat. Had the day off work, and it's hot in that place. I'll tell you. Probably see the name. That's a hot place. If you don't know, you know now. If you didn't know, you know now. That is a hot. Oh, this is gonna be a rough one to get to. How am I gonna get to the? Uh-oh, boys and girls. I done ran into a little issue here. Can I get to any of the rest of them back here? Oh man, this is here. I tell you, this is gonna be a bear putting back together. Yes, it is. I got one of these. I can't even get a wrench on it. I got a look like air conditioning line that's in the way of it. Oh man. See, I really don't mind on working on some vehicles. Only if it's mine, you know, or my wife's, or, you know, something like that, you know. But I'm not crazy about all this bending over fenders and, oh man, I'm not crazy about this stuff. It'd been easy if the motor would have been out. And some probably said, well, take it out. Y'all better quit playing with me. I don't even want to do this, let alone take it out. Just to do what I got to do to it? No way. Can't see nothing. I'm going to have to move this light because I can't see nothing. He ain't in the right spot. Whew. Extension cord. Oh, I got one right there. I hope they hear this one. It's already over here. Maybe. Somebody coming through with some loud music. Oh, that's the bird. Oh, that makes it easier. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Makes it so much easier. As to seeing, now getting to it, that don't make it no easier. It's just I can see now. Wow, this is gonna be a job putting back together. I'm telling you. And I'm not gonna show you guys me doing it. Cause I know it's gonna be rough. Y'all ain't gonna be laughing at me. Even though I watch videos of people working on their cars and I be laughing. So, oh man, this one right, this is gonna be a bear. I ain't playing. I am. People, I am not playing. This is gonna be a bear. I am not playing. I joke around quite a bit, but this ain't funny. Nothing about this is funny. This is. Oh my goodness. You know what? Oh, I'm gonna have to change positions. Cause this ain't cool. Let me let you get y'all in here and show y'all what I'm working with. Man, this ain't nothing cool about this at all. I can't really see nothing. This is in the way. Let's set him over here out of my way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't even see the boat to get to it. Oh, I can see it now, but once I get my hand back here in the wrench, then I can't. Now it's one of them feel things, see? See, I'm on it, but I can't. Oh man, this is going to be a bear. I am not playing. In the world. See, you know what? They didn't show me this in the video because they didn't want me laughing at them. They didn't show me this in their video because they knew I was gonna laugh at them. Wow. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. You know, I sure do hope I can get that. I sure do hope I can get that 36 millimeter on them. See, this is where the 36 millimeter boats go right here. This right here. This is where the 36 millimeter boats are. So that's gonna sit about there. I gotta be able to get a wrench in there when this is on there to break it loose. That is gonna be the issue. Okay, that's loose. Let's see if we can take it off. Come on out of there. Come on. Quit playing. Here we go. There we go. I'm gonna clean them up too when I get ready to put them back in there. Yeah, that's cruddy. Now, I have this one right here to get, and there's a bolt right here. And I can't even get the wrench in there to get on it. This stuff here is probably gonna have to move a little. If at all. I have no idea whether or not it's even gonna move. No idea. Okay. Will it move? It might. Just need to move out of the way a little bit. I ain't asking for much. I ain't asking for much, and it ain't gonna give me much. I can't, that thing ain't even gonna move. It's not. Oh, man, are you serious? How in the what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Can I get this in there? If I can get this on here. If I can get this on here. I can put me a pair of vice grips on this and break it loose. Sometimes you have to improvise. If one thing don't work, try something else. Now, okay. Okay. Come on now. Well, would you look at there? Would you look at there? Just enough. Just enough to get him loose. Did y'all see that? See, for all y'all that was laughing at me. Ha ha ha. Yes, indeed. That worked. All right. Better quit playing with me. Told you. I'm gonna have to make a call to Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, all of them. Tell them they need me on their mechanic list. Do some of them jobs for them. Devil is a lie. Oh yeah, he out of there. So, let's go back up here on top. Take the rest of those loose. Yeah, there's a lot of oil down in there. A lot of oil. You know, I could see those bolts down there on top of that, on top of this, and I thought that it was a new one, but looking at it closer, that thing's not new. And if it was new, it was a leaking new. Look at that. I'm ripped that glove already. Messing around with this mess like this. This mess like this. That needs to be out of the way. All right, next one. See, this is one of them feel things because I can't see back there. So now it's more of a feel for where it's at. But I sure can't see it. Hopefully I won't have no problem putting this back together. I'm sure this is going to be an all-day job. That's all right. I'd rather do this than be in that hot shop working night or day. You gotta go back up in there a couple days. But what I'm doing right now, new job that I'm doing, it's it's only until June 1st. And then I'll go to days. I'll get off this 12-hour shifts. This 12-hour swing shift. I'll be on days. Is that the only one? Another one? Ah, right there. Right there. See, I'm wondering about this thing over here. I'm wondering if I gotta remove it. I hope I don't. I hope I can leave that right on there and take the whole valve cover off with that thing being right there where it is. That'd be a beautiful thing. I'll find out how loose it is in a second. And that'll let me know if I can remove that. Matter of fact, let me get these little bolts out here I told you before about not losing. Oh, please, 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 please let that come up without having to take anything else loose. It feels kind of tight. Let me see here. Oh, we got one right there in the front. See there? See? Why didn't y'all tell me about that one in the front? I know why. I know. Y'all want me to break something now. Now what I do with my wrench? Really? I thought I had it on there. That it? There it is right there. I can't even see that one. I didn't see it. It was in there. Okay, hopefully this is the last one. Hope. I ain't even on the boat. All right. Okay, now let's see what we got. It seems tight over there. I bet that's got to come off. Whatever it is. Unless there's another bolt. Is there another bolt? There's another bolt back there, I think. I don't know. That's not a bolt. That's one of them other things. What's that? You know, let me just get this thing off of here, out of the way, and then I can see something. I can't see like I want to see. Oh, there's one of y'all's clamps that y'all love so much. And the way it is, how am I going to get to it? Oh, my goodness. If that, oh, I tell you, whoever designed these, they knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew they would cause problems. They knew people would fuss about them. And they did it anyway. Oh, wow. Okay, let's try something here. I can't even get a pair of pliers on it. Can I turn it? I can turn it. Maybe I can do something with it. Oh, yeah, we can turn it. This Mickey Mouse mess. gotta get that out of there. There's another bolt back here. Sure is. Another doggone bolt back here. Right? Can't see it, but right there. So maybe I want to take that off. Shouldn't have to. After I take this bolt out of here, that whole back piece ought to just come right out. Let's see what that is. Okay. Maybe not. Three more. That's not one. That's out. That's out. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's try this again. Handy dandy screwdriver. Is there another one? That's out. That's out. That one's out. What is that? Got these. What is that? Some. Oh, really? What is that? Some kind of a loom? That's... It's gotta be... There it is. Now it's not attached. Now will it come loose? Seems like he's tight back here in the back. What? Ain't no more bolts on it. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. He's just being a little stubborn. No, that ain't stubborn. There's something else holding that thing on there. I wonder if it's got that. You know what? I'm gonna take it off anyway and see if that's what's holding me back. Because I think that that's what the problem is. And I think it's got to be removed. So, that's what I'm looking for, that thing right there. So let's go ahead and take it off. And you gotta use an extension. So you can take the thing off, get it out of the way. Uh-oh. Don't tell me. That one wants to give me problems. How many's in it? It had to be 3, didn't it? There's one in there. It ain't even screwed in. Oh my goodness. That one, somebody just stuck it in there They must forgot to tighten it down. Now that one right there, that bolt right there, he seemed like he's gonna be a problem child. He just didn't seem like he wanted to come loose at all. And I don't want to strip it out because I'll never get it out. And it just seems like there's too much play in there. Let's do something different here. Huh? Let's see if I can put a little force on it. I don't want it to strip. Sure don't want it to strip out. That's a T25. Let me try a T27. I know it's not that T27 because that T27 is a little bit bigger. But you know what? That T27 fits real good. So I'm gonna use that because it feels like that T25 is a little bit stripped. I don't want to strip it out. I sure don't want to strip it out. Yes, that T27 took it loose. We'll know not to put that one right back in that spot. We want to be able to get to him easy. Hopefully I ain't never got to do this again. Yeah, that had to come out. Look at that filthy nastiness. He had to come out. Maybe I'll see if I can clean him up with some brake cleaner. Make him pretty. I don't know. Okay, now let's see. Now she should come out of there. Now here we go. Now what? Now what? Still feel like it. Here we come. Must just be that gasket holding him down. Valve covered gasket. And we still got, what is attached to this thing now? Really? Let's see if I can get it out of the way and then I can, There's something over there hooked up. Must be another. Oh, just in the way. Right here, this bracket. Bracket's in the way. 1/2 inch. Got a little bracket in there. Let's see if we can get him loose, get him out of the way. Let's take it all off. That should be far enough. That should give me enough clearance. But you push it back that direction to clear it. That's what the problem was. Okay. Now we got this gasket that want to act a fool. Leave it on there. Concerned with the lobes. I want to look at the lobes. Feel good. Feel real good. Yep, that fine. Hallelujah. That was what one of my main concerns was, them lobes. Get him up here while so I don't forget him. All this stuff, what was it? That stuff is just in the way. That's all, just in the way. Okay. Get that out of there. He out of there. Stick him down there out of the way. Okay. All right. See, now my concern is this right here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can get a wrench on that. Hallelujah. That's what one of my biggest concerns was, whether or not I could get that wrench on there. All right, so I guess I'll go ahead and see if I can't get this out of the way. Get this out of here and go from there. Yeah, that's a simple process of removal. Those are torque head bolts. Now, you know what? Those are different. Those have the same bolts as a torque wrench. So now, do I have wrenches for that? I hope so. Let me see here. Now we have these. Do those fit? Look at there, people. Look at there, people. Is that why I got leaks? This thing ain't even tight. Are you kidding me? Is that why it's leaking up on top like it is? There may not be nothing wrong with this other than the fact that it just wasn't tight. Are you kidding me? That thing. You saw it for yourselves. You saw it for yourselves. I didn't put a wrench on it. And that thing is loose. That's the bolt. Does that fit? Quarter inch? Looks like it's too big, but let me see if there are any more. Are there any other ones this size? Well, let me try something here. Is that the right one? And that one's loose. These things aren't even tight. That's probably why it's leaking oil all over the place. What about these? Look at there. That's ridiculous. What that one's loose too. There's no way I should have been able to take them loose with this. All that oil. All that oil. That's why she's leaking oil off everywhere. Stuff wasn't even tight. I'm gonna have to change this oil. I'm definitely gonna have to change this oil. Cause it looks like we're getting antifreeze and everything else in it. There's one of y'all's favorite clamps. Just look. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take an intermission. I'm gonna get this cleaned out of here and I'm gonna come back at you. But I gotta find some way of getting this oil out of this valley. All right, we'll be right back at you. He's out. All right, we back. Got it all cleaned out. Now we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get our oil cooler back in position. But I did order a new one. I'm not gonna put the old one that come out of it back in it because if it was leaking, and it may have been because the bolts weren't tight enough, it's a possibility, but could have been cracked too. If I knew, I knew. I don't know. So we just gonna put the new one in it and call it good. So we got that cleaned out, all that oil. There was a lot of oil. It was a nasty, nasty mess down in there. So we got that all cleaned out, and now we're gonna go ahead and see if we can't get our new oil cooler put in and see if we can keep it moving. Okay, here's a new one, and I ordered this off eBay, and everything is there that needs to be. Even got some new seals for the intake. So this is the second set of seals I got for the intake. They knew that you needed new seals for the intake, changing this, but I got some new seals because I ordered lifters and rockers, so they gave me new seals for the intake, so I got an extra set. And we're gonna keep it moving, but this is the new one. I think the only thing I have to change are the sensors. No, wait a minute. I think it's already got sensors on it. I don't think I got to change those. See, got some nice fresh O-rings. I need to see if that other one, the O-ring, stayed on it when well, it's not down in there, so it had to have stayed on it, but I better double check. Oh yeah, it's got everything there, plugs and everything there. I don't have to take the old ones off. Plug right there, everything is right there. All right, let me see and double check and make sure that O-ring stayed on there when it came out. Yep, it's still on there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on this here so that it will be easier to slide down in that hole, because it has a hole that has to slide down in. So I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on that, and that should help it slide down in there. Let's see here. That's 5W20. Full synthetic. It should do the job. I don't need but a little bit on this glove. Just go around it. Just to help it so it slides back down into place. I cleaned off all the locations down inside there for that. Actually, I need to put this cooler line back on here as well, which is right here with one of your clamps that you love so much. Okay, let's do that. Bring this back down through here. Slide him up. Gotta move that clamp. All right. Oh, gotta move that clamp. So slide it back further this direction. Fall down. I would have picked you up if you would have hit the floor. All right, slide him on there like so. And we'll grab that beautiful clamp that you guys love so much. See if we can put it back in the same place it was in. Come on. I think that's why people hate these clamps, because they're so awkward to work with. Look at this. Come on. Come on, would you come on? He gonna make me get the vice grips out. Come on, get up here. Oh my goodness. This is so awkward. Here we go. Okay. Now I want to spin it where it was. Right there. That's where she was. She's on her. Okay. Now let's pull these plugs off. Get these back in position. This one. Must have went here, and the other one, where's the other one at? Down here, okay. He's on, he's on. Make sure he's on, he's on. There we go, he's in there. He's in there. Everything is like it was. All right. New bolts here. And these bolts actually, these bolts are not what I was using this on. This is not what this is. It was working, but that's not what it is. I got a wrench for that because I bought some torque wrenches and they have wrenches in there for that, which are these right here. So we're gonna cut that open and see if we can get the right wrenches to do the job. And that's the one. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna have to find out what the specs was on these, because I don't know. But all I know is whoever put the last ones in, they weren't tightened down. Of course, it may not even have a spec for these. It's not like it's something such as got it's not plastic. It's not gonna bust. But I'm sure you probably could over tighten it. But I think I'm gonna snug them down. Of course, it couldn't hurt to find out what the specs are. It really couldn't. But you know what? I'm not gonna worry about the specs for that. Now, I know somebody in the comments is gonna say something about me not checking the specs, but you know what? It's all good. Because I've never done this before. And that's what I'll blame it on. I've never done it before. We just gonna snug them down, nice and juicy like. Because all it is a, you know what? I am gonna check the specs. I'm sure it's not very much. It's probably gonna tell me some crazy mess like inch pound and all that nonsense, because that's what it was doing for these other torque specifications, talking about inch pound, and I'm like, inch pound? Come, just give me foot pound. Yeah, it was inch pound they were talking about on some of that. I'm like, what is that? But I ran into that before and just had to go in and find out what the equivalence was to it. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go ahead and get them torqued down where they should be. And when I come back, we're gonna see if we can't get this timing mark lined up, and we're gonna get to business, because all this other stuff, it took way too long to get that. So we're gonna say, after I get this torqued down, we're gonna call that a wrap for part 1 of this vid. And you're gonna have to come back for part 2, because this video is already over 2 hours. so I'm gonna have to edit it, and we'll come back, part 2, doing the lifters and the rockers. So let me go ahead and torque these down to specs, and we're going to call it good. So for this video, we'll just say, well, we were changing the oil cooler. All right. All right. All that being said and done, we're going to shut this thing off right here. And we're going to come back at you with another video real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Once again, as I always say it, I'm not an influencer, but I am an encourager to encourage somebody else to get out in the garage, bust a few knuckles. Yes, bust a few knuckles, and you'll have something done by the close of the day. All that being said and done, we out of here. Peace out.